Okay, so when you think about egg drop soup, this probably comes to mind, the traditional version. But there's also an Italian version, and this one takes full advantage of heirloom tomatoes.
Yeah, we've got Chef Jasper in the house here again to show us how to make, and let's see if I can say this correctly, Chef. This is heirloom tomato stracciatella
Excellent.
Pasta frolla.
Oh, that's even better than I could say.
Oh,
Come
don't
on,
say
seriously,
that. Don't
yes.
say that.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you, of course, for being here again today. It smells fantastic, as it always does in here. And I know I'm cooking with you when I come in here and I can smell the basil.
Ah, the basilico. And you know, I know you were even talking yesterday about it because it was on social media about the heirloom tomatoes.
Yes.
And heirloom tomatoes have arrived from Curl Bombs. They are unbelievable this year.
Why do heirloom tomatoes taste so good?
Because
what makes them pop so
these are
good?
tomatoes that your grandmother ate, that your grandparents ate, not these hybrid tomatoes that we have today that, you know, can grow, you know, to be 10 pounds each and they're full of water, although I do have one big one there.
That is
called the mortgage lifter.
Mortgage lifter?
Because they sold so many seeds, they took the mortgage off the farm.
Really?
These are all 100-year-old seeds.
Yeah.
My favorite, the pomodoro, the golden apple.
This one here?
Because that's
This one
the
here?
golden one. Yeah, this right here. Do you know what this
yeah.
is called?
I do not.
Some people think that's called a Navajo, but a purple Cherokee.
Purple turkey?
Yeah, Cherokee.
Cherokee. I thought you said
Yeah,
purple
one of the
turkey.
oldest seeds known to mankind.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Well, what are we making? I said the name of what we're making today. I said it right once, so I don't want to mess it up.
Stracciatella. Pasta frolla is the puff pastry.
Puff pastry pasta.
So here's what you do. When I was a little, my grandmother always would make me soups. Believe it or not, now you see me say, I would not eat when I was a kid.
No.
So she would find things to make me eat, and I love soup.
Okay.
So she came up with this, which is an old Italian soup, stracciatella. Here I have the broth going. Even in the summertime, this is great. You could do it with a chicken broth too.
Is it lighter fare then?
And you could do it with a vegetable broth if you want. So it doesn't really matter what broth that you use. And then you add everything to it because what we're doing, we're calling stracciatella. Stracciatella means little rags.
Little rags.
So what we have here, we have our boiling soup, and then we add, just like you would egg drop soup.
Yeah.
Watch what happens. You just start, look at it.
Oh, so it just starts coming up. Oh, look at that.
Look at the little rags start appearing there.
So would this be the Italian version of an egg drop soup sort
Exactly,
of?
exactly. And then we add, now if you're gluten-free, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to add the breadcrumbs, but we add breadcrumbs and a little bit of pecorino romano or Parmesan, whatever you like.
Oh, wow.
It's that simple. We have a little bit of garlic, and I never use raw garlic, but I do for this.
Oh, okay.
So we have tomatoes, we have the broth. Just let that sit in there.
When you put garlic into the boil like that, will it, like when you you saute it, it
Exactly, different flavor.
Does it do the same thing? When
So
you put
here
it in
I
that
just
kind of
roasted
heat?
this garlic very quickly.
Oh,
This
okay.
is not fried or sauteed, where it's going to become kind of bitter if you overcook it.
Yeah.
Here it becomes kind of buttery, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
We don't need anything fried in here.
Definitely.
Some chives and some fresh herbs. Basilico is great. And when we finish, just a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs kind of brings it all together. You have a simple soup. I like to finish everything with olive oil. My good friend Michael Smith's a well-known chef. We always say I do it a la Michael Smith because he makes great pasta, and he finishes it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil right at the end. It's kind of an old Piemontese style. So, and that's it. Look at this. Look at those little rags in there.
Wow.
Simple and delicious, perfect for the summertime,
That's all
even though it's hot
You
outside.
just dish it out and you're ready to go?
Exactly. Now, here's the ending.
Okay.
The pasta frolla, the puff pastry. You can buy the puff pastry. How many people are going to make it like my good friends? They all like to make their own. I don't like to go through all that work. So you buy the puff pastry, cut yourself a little round circle, bake it in the oven, and then you finish it right over there.
Right over
and
on
put it right
top
on
with the,
top. Is it more for design? I don't know. I just love to look at it that way. Yeah.
Sure does. Looks here. I'm gonna move it over here. Okay, hold on.
This one came out perfect. It puffed the way I wanted to.
Came out real nice there. Yeah, look at that.
A lot of times
that's just that with the circle.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll put something on top, like another layer on top of like we call it the brick on top, so it doesn't raise as much. So we just get a nice little thin puff. I wanted this to puff up like that. I saw this one time when I was in Italy, and I said I got to duplicate that.
So that's real. That's I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just super light.
Just real light.
And you just finish that with the
it's kind of like a
there?
chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
Same thing you do with a chicken pot pie.
Beautiful.
So simple and delicious. Heirloom tomatoes, a little soup. I love Calabrian peppers.
Oh.
For the summertime.
So that's like your roasted red peppers, your hot peppers,
The
and a little
hot
bit
peppers, the chili peppers from Calabria, and I just put a dash in there. That's it. We're done.
We're done.
That's simple.
All right. Well, Jasper, thank you very much for the first dish here. I know you're going to stick around here for a little bit. Have another one coming for us with a mahi-mahi dish later on.
You're going to love that one.
All right. Looking forward to it.